All right, what is up, everybody? We are back with another edition of Everyday Hoops. Hope you guys are having a good one today. We're going to be doing another kind of, breakout type of video. I did one about Evan Mobley last week, I want to say. Today, we're doing one on RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett is having a phenomenal season this year. And we're going to talk all about today how he's improved, how he's broken out, give you some highlight breakdowns, all that stuff here in today's video. Thank you guys for the views on the videos and the shorts recently. I really appreciate it. If you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, like, turn notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out a lot. Look to my Twitters, all that stuff down in the description below. And yeah, don't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. So, RJ Barrett, he is having a really good season this year in Toronto. A career year all across the board. Look at all of his numbers. Career highs everywhere, literally. Points, rebounds, assists, attempts, all of it. Give you over 23.5 points per game, which his former career high was 20. Over 6.5 rebounds, almost 6 assists per game, which has been a big part of his game, which we're going to really get into. And then he's taking the most shots he's ever taken in his career. Over 18, almost 19 shots per game. He's shooting 46%, which is pretty solid. The second highest of his career compared to last year, he shot 49%. Taking 6 threes per game, which is a career high, shooting 35%, which is a decent percentage for RJ Barrett. And then taking 6 free throw attempts per game, which is the most of his career, while shooting 71%. Is about average for RJ Barrett. So yeah, all of his numbers, career highs. He's had 5 double doubles this season, and most of them, out of the 5 of them, 4 of them came in assists. He has 1 triple double this season as well, which that's some footage you're gonna see later as well. But yeah, look at some of the games. I mean, 31 4 and 8, 33 5 and 12, 31 9 and 6. 25 10 and 15, 39 9 and 5, 31 7 and 3, 22 8 and 11, 25 6 and 7, 37 7 and 5, 29 9 and 5. Last night, 38 and 4. Like, look at some of these games. He's been very impressive and shooting the ball on a solid efficiency. RG Bear's never been the most efficient player, but efficiency has been all right. But just everything has just been so good for RJ Barrett this season. He looks so much better. And we saw some of this when he first got traded to Toronto. When he was in the OG Anunoby trade last season. And last year he played 32 games in Toronto. He gave you 21, 6 and 4 on 55, 39, 63 shooting splits. He showed some of this last year a little bit in Toronto, and you're like, dang, could this be the breakout of RJ Barrett? Then he had a really good Olympics, almost the NBA Cup. He had a really good Olympic run this summer with Canada. He was one of the leading scorers of the Olympics, and now came into this season, and he still has that same energy. He still has been scoring the ball super well. He's been playmaking very well, playing just all around really good for the Raptors, and becoming kind of the guy we expected him to in New York. In New York, he has some moments. His third season, he gave you 20 points per game in a year where the Knicks struggled after making the playoffs the year before. They struggled that season. RJ kind of became the number one at near the end of the year because Julius Randle wasn't having a great season. And it was like, man, like 2022 or 2023 was supposed to be like the big RJ Barrett breakout year. And 2023 wasn't that year. He actually went down a little bit in stats that season. And it was like, man, also Jalen Brunson came to town, a lot of other things. And it was like, man, like, what is RJ? Is RJ Barrett already kind of hit a ceiling a little bit, even though he's still so young? And then last year, of course, he started off the year solid with the Knicks, but then I just feel like this Toronto trade was the best thing for him to do. This was the best thing for him, RJ Barrett getting traded to Toronto. In New York, just things are moving so fast. Julius Randle was there. They brought in Jalen Brunson. RJ was kind of getting left on the back burner a little bit. He was a third option, was relegated to more being a shooter and defender, which is not really RJ Barrett's game. He needs the ball in his hands to attack, get to the rim. He's a really solid finisher. He likes to get to the rim. That's where his sweet spot is. Um, so going to Toronto, a place where they're trying to rebuild, there's youth over there. He's gonna have Scotty Barnes. He's gonna have a lot of youth around there, and there's not really many players to kind of take the ball out of his hands. He's not gonna be relegated to just being a shooter and a tertiary scorer. Like, this is the best place for him, where he gets to develop, learn, do all the things that he was doing early in New York and do all the things he was doing at Duke. And now you see the evolution of him now, especially with the playmaking aspect. Now that he has the ball in his hands, he's a lot more confident. He's a lot more confident in terms of making decisions for himself, for the team. He's quicker at making decisions. We're going to see a lot of that later on in the video. and he's been so good, man. I really love to see. And the crazy thing is about RJ Barrett, he's still only 24 years old. I don't know how. I feel like he's been in the league for 7 years. I don't know how he's still 24, but he's still 24. You know, like he came into the league very young, so he still has so much more time to even get better. You know, like again, I think the Toronto trade was just the best thing for him, so that he can really show who he is and really kind of be himself. He looks so confident, looks so good on the court. You know what I mean? So here we are on Shot Creator. If you don't know, it's a site where you can look at every player, look at their shot charts, their game film, all that stuff. I'll leave the link in the description. I forgot honestly last video to leave it, but I'll leave the link in the description because it's such an amazing site. Basketball fans really would love this site if you're a real basketball fan. This is RJ Barrett's shot chart. Not the best looking shot chart. You gotta admit, not the best looking shot chart, but there's context to it. There's been a lot of games where he's had to be the number one because Scotty Barnes hasn't played. Scotty Barnes also got hurt again last night, which is really unfortunate. Hopefully, it's not a serious injury. But where he's been the number one, he still isn't the most efficient player. Again, the efficiency is still there, not there. Um, Look at his shot chart. A lot of red. If you don't know, green means above average, yellow means about average, red means below average. So unfortunately, a lot of below average on here. Shooting only 30% from the top of the key, 33% from the mid range, 36% from non-rim. Paint attempts at 61% at the rim. But the corners, he's shooting 58% from the right corner and 38% from the left corner. So he's knocking down his corner threes when he gets them at least. But the top of the key, this stuff hasn't been great. Look at some of his, you look at all of his shots and look at the percentage on the shots. I was actually comparing this to last year's, and honestly, last year's were a little bit better um, than this year's, but about the same. Drives, he's shooting a little bit under 50% on drives. On cuts, he's shooting 80%, which is really solid. Finger rolls, 62%. Floaters is still a work in progress, 37%. Compared to I think he shot like maybe 40-ish% last season. He's been a guy that in the past years I've said he doesn't really have a lot of touch. He didn't really have a lot of touch early in the year. He just was more like a big body, physical. I'm just gonna get to the rim and just try to draw a foul and try to just finish at the rim, you know. But this year I feel like he's a little bit more in control. We're gonna see that in the highlight table in a couple minutes. He looks a little bit more in control. Um, so I think these numbers potentially are gonna go up as the season progresses. But yeah, floater's not amazing. Jump shots 36%, layups 55%. Not He has been notorious for his career being kind of a little bit below average finisher, which is very interesting because most of his shots are becoming at the rim, and he's the guy that if you think his sweet spot is going to be finishing at the rim, but for some reason he's never really been a great finisher in terms of the numbers, which is interesting. Maybe it's also because the the volume. Like a lot of his shots are gonna come at the rim and trying to bully people into the basket. He also does get a lot of free throw calls. Like this year's a career high. He's averaging only like six, where he probably could get a lot more. You know, so yeah, these are just some of 54% in transition. So these are just some of the numbers. Not the best. Again, efficiency still is not there yet, but efficiency doesn't determine everything. Efficiency isn't something that just determines every play. If you're not efficient, you're not good. That doesn't that's not it. You have to put a lot of things into context, and he also has to get better. This is his first time really being in this number one role. In New York, he was never really the number one at any point in his career because once he came to New York, Julius Randle was there, and Julius Randle became an All Star. The only time he's really the number one was that end of like the 2022 season, I think, where Julius Randle just kind of was not good, and RJ had some big games. But that was really the only time he ever got to be really a number one option. Because then Jalen Brunson came, and then he got down to the third option. Now in Toronto, even still, he wasn't really the number one because Scotty Barnes is their our guy. But now this is his first stretch of his career where he's like the main guy. He has the ball in his hands all the time. He is the main ball handler, the number one guy. The guy's going to create for himself and create for others. So you got to give him a little bit of leeway in terms of efficiency and stuff. This is his first time really doing it at the NBA level. So I think he's gonna get better. I believe he will get better as time go on. But now we're gonna get into my favorite part, which is the highlight tape, the breakdown of it. All right, so here is the breakdown, the highlight footage of it. This is my favorite part. I love this part. Let's move a little bit to the side so I can see better through this microphone. But yeah, so I picked out about I think there's 19 plays here from two separate games. Two of his more complete all-around better games of the season. This first one against the Lakers, I think he had 31, 7, and 12 is the final stat line of this game. So we're gonna break it down, look at some of the things he's doing. today. So here we go. We have and also have transitions in this little black screen transitions. So no, did differentiate the plays. This last time with the Evan Mobley tape, I didn't do that, and I just had him play all out, and it was weird. So, all right, first play, very early in the game, trying to get on the board, drive. Look at that little pocket pass. We're gonna see a lot of Jakob Poeltl today. This also gonna be a highlight per. This is also gonna be a Jakob Poeltl highlight tape because Jakob Poeltl is gonna get a lot of run, in this highlight tape. But here we go. So we're surveying the floor. We're coming to the floor. We're surveying the floor, right here. Paint's wide open because AD's got the big. We got the shooters, spacing out. So get a little screen, drive to the paint. Instead of just going right to this cup, instead of just attacking the drive and going right to the cup on Anthony Davis, by the way, he's like, we're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait. And I think this is the thing that really has helped RJ. Something RJ's really learned is patience. There's gonna be a lot of plays today where you're gonna see. I'm gonna point out the patience of RJ Barrett because I just feel like he's a lot more patient instead of when you're young early you're just trying to go 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 go. I'm just gonna try to get to the basket, try to get to the basket, try to do this, force things. It looks like he's kind of calmed down a little bit. He's calmed down. He's surveying the floor really nice, and he's being patient, and That's been helping his game so much. So look at the patience here. Instead of just trying to attack the rim maybe or trying to force a pass, he's just like, we're just gonna take our time. One dribble, two dribble, and as soon as AD commits to me, I'm gonna get a little pocket pass, Pirtle, nice move, layup. There you go. Easy. Easy basketball. Right there. And again, we're gonna see a lot of Jakob Pirtle today. Alright, next play. Look at that. Look how quick he makes that read. That's why I put this in there. Look how quick he makes this read. As soon as he comes up the court, the paint's wide open again. AD's at the top of the key. Ochai send the screen. As soon as Ochai sends the screen, watch how quick he makes his play. I'm gonna use. I don't know why I use the mouse button. Why I can just use the space bar. Look, as soon as Ochai makes a little bump and comes and he sees LeBron's not going with him, instant. Look how instant he just says, "Okay, here you go, Ochai," and that's a good finisher over Austin Reeves. Look how quick he just made that read. You know, usually maybe for younger players, it's gonna take a second. As soon as he's gonna take a second to like wait and see and then go, and who knows what happens then. But look how as soon as Ochai made the bump, as soon as he made the bump, he picks the ball up and it's like, okay, here you go. Here's the play right here. Great, great, love that. Just quick, easy read. Next play on the wing, surveying the court, trying to find something. Look at the patience right here. That's why I put this play in. Look at the patience. Bump, bump, get to the rim. Look at the patience right here of RJ Barrett. Waiting. We got time. 17 seconds of shot clock. We got time. We have time. Come on, John. Come on, Jono. Come on, Jonathan Mobo. Set the screen. We're gonna fake. Come the other way. Get the little bump. And look at the patience right here. I love when people make this play. Just survey instead of it coming off screen and attacking right here, or maybe just coming around like maybe attacking right here where you have Jackson Hayes and LeBron. He's like, no, we're gonna survey. We're gonna take our time. I know Austin Reeves. I know Mobo's got Austin Reeves kind of pinned a little bit in a tough spot, so we're just gonna take our time. And then as soon as he comes out, Mobo sealing off Austin Reeves. I got one on one with Jackson Hayes. He can't guard me. So we're gonna take one dribble. We're just gonna use our body, 1-2 step, get a little lane to lay it up off the glass. Again, look at the patience. Look how long it takes. Just bump, survey. All right, one dribble, 1-2, layup. Just look too easy, too easy. That's patience right there. Love that. All right, next play. I'm sorry, I'm moving around. Next play coming up. Good job, Jacoby Walter. Get the block. He's been doing really good when he gets minutes as well. Coming down the court, gonna one dribble. I just loved how it looked, so that's why I put this play in. But yeah, so get the ball. We're in transition. Survey right here. The big man right here, he's got to get me. And I just scored on him a minute ago, so I know he can't guard me. And it's not Anthony Davis this time. It's Jackson Hayes. That's a drop off. So I'm gonna drive to the paint, and look at that. Just one hard, just boom, just one hard dribble, bring it back, and then look at it. He found a way to go back to his left. That's also why I put this play. Very interesting. Find his way to go back to his left. We know as a lefty, lefties are trying to go left. There's no question about it. Lefties are trying to go left. But RJ is doing a great job of, because Jackson Hayes is probably anticipating him going left. Look at Jackson Hayes is probably saying he's going to go left. And look at that. One hard dribble, bring the ball in. and find a way to get back to his left hand off the glass. That's just an awesome finish, honestly. Just that was just a really cool finish. Top of the key, give it to Davion. Davion, give it back to me. Look at the confidence. Nope. You thought it was gonna be a shot. You thought it was gonna be a shot, but nope. So get the handoff. Davion goes back to RJ. RJ, that's just really good playmaking. That's just awesome right there. Look at that. Get back to him. Everybody in the gym. As soon as RJ catches the ball, everyone in the gym thinks he's going up with the shot. He's going up with it. And look at, instead of just going down, look at, he recognizes Jakob. The big man's on me, so that means Jakob. There's a mouse in the house. And look at, he's got him sealed off. He's got the over. He's got the, you know, dumb it down to me. Dumb it down to me. And just a great pass. Proto with one hand grabs it, goes up, layup. Yak Proto also going to showcase his hands in this highlight tape because he's got great hands. That's just a great play recognition right there. Catch it right here. Right here, he notices it. He's like, oh, 80's on me. He's got the little seal off. Here you go, Jakob. You got it. Love that. We love that. Absolutely love that. Right there. Playmaking there. Next play. Top of the key. Says a little bump screen. Look at the pass right there. Look at the pass. Look at that. So the screen from Pirtle. Right here, he sees it. All right, 80's on me. Pirtle coming out. Grady's got to come out as well. Grady sets a great, little, I guess, screen, I guess. There was also a little bit of miscommunication between Rui and Max Christie, I guess. But look at how easy this is. Comes off. Sees it right here. And you have D'Angelo Russell. Even if D'Angelo Russell does step in on this, he's not guarding Jakob Pirtle. So just throw it. Great pass. Great hands. Right there. Look at this, man. The playmaking leap. The playmaking leap. You gotta love it. Next play. Out in transition again. Route we're trying to run. Jamal Shed to Grady to RJ. Look at the confidence. There you go. Knock it down. Just gotta get some bucket making in there too. Gotta get some bucket making in there. So look at that. RJ just runs right to the corner. 80's not even worried about RJ. Grady with the one more. RJ, as soon as he catches the ball, no hesitation. I'm pulling up for three. And that's the three. That's the corner spot that he shoots 58%. So he makes them. That's a hot spot right there. Hot spot. And there we go. That's just an easy three ball. More in this game a little later. Ochai, air balls. RJ, look at this pass. Ugh. One hand cross court pass perfectly. Is this RJ Barrett we're watching? Is this RJ Barrett or is this Braun? Here's what. So Ochai just rushed the three. Great job by Akporto. RJ gets it. RJ right here. RJ right here. At first, you think he's probably going to shoot the shot. If this is a year or two ago, he probably maybe takes the shot. But instead, or maybe even drives to the paint and tries to finish on Anthony Davis. But instead, takes one dribble, sees the collapse where D'Lo's over here. So what's D'Lo doing? D'Lo's just sitting here. Austin Reeves has got Davion. LeBron's got Ochai down low. That means, hey, this spot's wide open. And look at that. One dribble, recognizes right away with the left hand, cross court in the shooting pocket. I could watch this pass all day. Just look at this pass, man. One dribble, cross court in the. Come on, man. And shout out to Grady for knocking that down. Man, like that is a dime. That's a dime. That's a dime. All right, that was that game. Now this game, this is the game he had the triple double. 23, 10, and 15 in an overtime loss to the Boston Celtics. And we're gonna break down this play. The rest of the tape is gonna be from this game. I wanted to put one more game in there, but it was already long enough already. So I was like, you know what? We're not gonna make this a 55-minute video. So first play of the game, first play of the game. Come off the screen, nope. Coming the other way, 1-2, layup off the glass. Let's go. Let's do it. Get this game started. So Proto sets the screen, and instead of attacking the screen, instead of maybe attacking the big man on this side, he says, you know what? Nah, we're gonna come this way because the big man, look, Mosquito, he's already kind of thinking, all right, RJ's gonna come here. We're gonna maybe double him. We're gonna get the ball in his hands. Nope. He said, nope, reject that. We're driving. Grady with a nice little kind of push on Kita. 1-2. Now we got Derek White at the rim. Who great shot blocking guard, but I'm gonna go up and finish with the floater. Just great. Just really just smart play, good play right there. Just saying we're gonna eject the screen and get it in for our first bucket. Let's start the game off right. You know what I mean? Here we go. Next play. RJ, look at the bounce to Pirtle, the floater. Jakob Pirtle also went off this game. Again, we're gonna see a lot of Jakob Pirtle in this game. I think Jakob Pirtle had like 33 in this game. Him and RJ were cooking. So, come off the screen. We got Jalen Brown on us. Payne Pritchard, Sam Hauser trying to figure out who's guarding who. RJ, good to pass the battle. No, Payne Pritchard went back on him. Look at that. We got Jonathan Bobo in the corner. Neemias, Keita, and Sam Hauser miscommunication. Because Keita's first going to go to Bobo, then Hauser's like, no, that's me. And RJ recognized it, and RJ, look at the smooth bounce pass and dive to Pirtle, right in the pocket for Pirtle. Just get that floater off. Look at this pass. Just, a little mustard on that. Got the easy floater. The playmaking jump, man. Out transition. Give me that. Look at that. Put the body into him. Little floater. Floater game. Floater game. He's coming soon. So here we go. Get the ball. We got Keita and Al Horford down here. So it's going to be tough to just attack the rim and just finish. So instead, we're going to wait it out. We're going to be a little patient. One dribble. Two dribble. We're going to put the shoulder into him right there. Go right at shot blockers. If you're going against a taller guy, that shot blocker, put the body into him. They have a little floater. That's just good finishing right there. Good finishing, RJ. You got to see a lot more of that. Next, we're coming down transition. Spin move. Here you go, Jakob. You got it. And goaltend. I put this play in because this was such a good play. Because past RJ Barrett, New York RJ Barrett, young players, they probably just go. You know, like right here, if I stopped this play right here and told you, what do you think RJ Barrett's going to do? A lot of people, especially last year, probably would say, oh, he's just going to attack Jalen Brown and Al Horford and maybe get a foul, maybe miss a layup, who knows. But no, this time he's like, all right, spin move. We got Al Horford in front of us, and the recognition right here. He sees, oh, I got my big man running. He's worried about me. So you go, Jakob. You got it. And got the goaltending call. So just the maturity of RJ, where instead of going out and going to try to maybe get a bucket on two great defenders, he's like, no, I'm going to use my leverage spin move, and here's my big man. Or my big man for running the court. Goaltend, we get 2 points. And that's an assist for me. Put it in the stat sheet. That's really good. That's maturity right there. That is. Next possession. So we got defense to start. Good handsy Pirtle. Here we go. Running the break. RJ, running the break. No look dime. Davion, finish that. There we go. Look at that. Running the break. So we get the steal. We're on transition. Again, pass RJ. Maybe tries to get an and one. I'd say, which he probably could have, maybe. But look at it. RJ uses his smarts. Where Tatum's kind of like in the middle where he's like, it's probably going to be RJ, so we're just going to go there. But RJ looks to Grady, puts potential there, and just says, here you go. He sees the leverage. He sees that Davion Mitchell has the speed advantage and the leverage on Jason Tatum, because Jason Tatum's not really paying attention to Davion Mitchell. He's kind of just jogging up the court. And Davion with a great finish. Just good play recognition right there. Next play. Just get the screen. Drive. That's a dime. Look at that. Come on. So we're coming off the screen. Recognize right here, Luke Cornett's going to come with me. I got Luke Cornett, another 7-footer on this team, driving. We also got Derek White right here. So it's going to be tough to finish this. But as soon as he recognizes Luke Cornett is coming over to guard him, then he realizes, he remembers, hey, Jakob sent that screen. And I know Jakob can make that little floater shot. I know Jakob's got good hands and he make that floater shot. So we're going to trust Jakob. Look at that. Just as soon as he recognizes Luke Cornett's here, that's a dime. As soon as he recognizes Luke Cornett's with me, Jakob, I know he's right here with me. Jakob, here you go. Little floater. Look at Scotty on the bench, just like I don't even know. Just can I say also the Raptors bench is the fun. If you were just watching a Raptor game, look at the Raptor bench. It's the funniest thing. Now Kelly Olynyk's back, so maybe it's not. But the Raptor bench is so funny because everybody like is dressed so differently, and it's like, dang, how are these guys just all friends and teammates? Yeah, Garrett Temple is always in a suit. You know, if he's not playing, Garrett Temple is in a full-on suit. Bruce Brown's dressed like Woody from Toy Story. He's just got a cowboy hat and cowboy fit. Kelly Olynyk's always in a snapback with like low with jeans on, sagging jeans, and like a shirt. And Scotty Barnes always in some like Balenciaga. Like it's the funniest thing, bro. It really is so funny. Sorry, that's a little tangent, but that's a dime. This doesn't take away from that. RJ Barrett just had got a, and then Amir Quick is also in like pajamas. There was one game Amir Quick was literally in just pajamas, and I was like, man, this rapper's bench is hilarious. But that's a dime right there. Trust your teammates, knowing where your teammates are. That's great, man. The playmaking is here. Next possession, we're gonna drive to the paint. Floater game. We're back. So we get the screen from Battle. We see Tatum is kind of going over to Battle. Jalen Brown's on the wing. They're both kind of just like in middle. So RJ's like, all right, you're gonna give me the lane. I'll take the lane. And instead of maybe putting a body into him and just trying to get to the attack the basket, where you also have a 7 footer and Al Horford, who's might as well be a 7 footer because how amazing his defense is. Right here, we're gonna stop and just get a little floater up. That's all you gotta do. Just get a little floater. Put some touch on it. That's all you gotta do. Another play. Drop to the rim. Look at that. Look at that. The big men are eating right now. Jakob Poeltl, Jonathan Bobo, even Bruno Fernando, like they're eating. So we get the screen from Mobo. Kind of similar to what we saw with the Jackson Hayes play earlier where he was surveying the court. He's got Sam Hauser on the back. Mobo's here. Luke Cornett's trying to play both. RJ says, you know what? We'll drive. He recognizes, just like earlier, Luke Cornett's coming with me. So that means I'm going to have my guy. And look at that. Just look how quick he made the decision. No stopping. No second thought. No. Right away. He sees Luke Cornett's here. Oh, that means I got my big. And look at that. Just perfect pass to Jonathan Moe. I mean, if you want to be a star, an all-star for all that stuff, you need stuff like this. You want to be a star like that, you got to have to have plays like that. And RJ is making those plays. RJ is making these plays, man. He's been so awesome. This one, I remember I put this one in just because it was funny and it was cool. So you can't even see the score, but I'll show you the score real quick. It's a 5 point game, 3 minutes left. 5 point game. 4 in the shot clock. So he's gonna try to give it to Pirtle, but Al Horford and Derek White, good hands. Maybe not the best pass right there. Gets the ball back. 2 seconds on the shot clock. He's just like, all right, I gotta go. Little one dribble. That's tough. There's nothing you can do. If you're Al Horford, if you're guarding RJ Barrett, the shot you want him to take is a one dribble fading to his right 3 pointer with 1 second on the shot clock. That's the shot you want him to take, and he just makes it. That's just a cold shot to make it a 2 point game, a shot that you kind of needed. That's all I really want to put it in for, just because it was like, man, that's just awesome. That's just a tough shot, you know. Next play, there's another clutch play too, and one. Give me that. All right, set the scene. Set the scene for you real quick. All right, it's a tie game with a minute left. Tie game with a minute left. This game eventually ends up going to overtime where Jason Tatum hits the game winner. But so he's coming down the court. Instead of just again patience, instead of just going hard at this rim and bringing Neemias Queta and Al Horford over, he's like, we're gonna wait a second. We're gonna spin, put my body into him, fake, fake, fake again, contact, and one. That's just a tough finish. That is tough finish. Shot that they needed. He's been dominating all game. That's just a tough finish. And this is what RJ can do. He can be a good finisher. He just needs to be more. He just needs to be more efficient. If he just be more efficient and use this patience to help him with finishing instead of only just playmaking, but use his patience that we've seen in some of these plays to help his finishing, man, it's gonna help him so much. He could legit probably be a 26, 27 point per game scorer if he just takes his time and finishes better. Because again, he takes a lot. Most of his shots are drives and gets to the rim and stuff. He just doesn't. He's never been a great finisher. If he could just get his efficiency better in terms of finishing, you know how many more points that is for RJ? That's just fake, 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 contact, and one. We'll take that. Come on, let's go. I think there's one more play. Yeah, last play. We're in overtime now. So here's the ball. Get the screen. And one more for the road. One more little pocket pass to Jakob Poeltl. Because that's the best. That's the play on the Raptors. If you're on the Raptors, throw a pocket pass to Jakob Poeltl. So we're coming off the screen. Again, Luke Cornett's on. So Luke Cornett is going to turn his attention to RJ, even though so many times in this game, RJ has just passed it on Luke Cornett. So Luke Cornett still is playing RJ because I guess RJ is the better player. I guess so. Look at RJ. As soon as he says, all right, I got Cornett, pocket pass, Pirtle, layup. That's the easiest play. That should be play number one in the Raptor playbook. RJ, Jakob, pick and roll. RJ, pocket pass, Jakob Pirtle, layup. That's bread and butter right there. If he can build that connection with Jakob Pirtle, well, I don't know how long Jakob's gonna be on the Raptors, but that's just it's easy money, man, easy money. And yeah, so I just wanted to show RJ Barrett. I think he's been so phenomenal this season for the Raptors. Watching him play, it's just been so great. It's so amazing to see the level, the jumps he's making in terms of his playmaking, his patience, all of that stuff. Really becoming his own, you know. And again, he's still only 24 years old, so he still has so much more time to get better, man. And when he's in Toronto, he's gonna have the opportunity to get better. They want him to get better. You know, it's just so awesome to see RJ really kind of finally adapt, and we're seeing the best RJ Barrett right now, and hopefully more to come. I'm so excited for him and for this Raptor team in the future. But yeah, it's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, if you do like the content around here, consider subscribing, liking, turn on notifications, do all stuff like that. I'd really appreciate it. Really upset a lot. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.